Voiceover existed, and I had stayed in the radio business. My career, like a lot of my friends, they had their 5, 6, 7 years in the big time, and then it was back to the Phoenixes and the Portlands and the Omahas, and eventually unemployment. And there's a very sad story out there. I am so grateful to the 38-year-old me who fought long and hard to get into this business. It was the smartest thing I ever did. And for a long period of time, I honestly believe, considering my personality and my odd little collection of alleged talents, I was exactly where I needed to be, exactly when I needed to be there. And how many people can say that in my life? As far as the technology, I don't even know. Maybe you guys can tell me. I've never done a cartoon job, ISDN. They want you there physically. Now, I don't know.
Paul's talked about working in video games, doing it that way.
Right. I've never done a video game ISDN. I've always had to be there physically. But maybe it goes on. I don't know. Commercials, obviously, promos, things like that, you can do remotely. I don't know about it.
Would you do it as well? I mean, is it very good performance not to be in the studio?
Well, the more you can give me, people say, if we send you the script in advance, will you read it? I said, well, of course I'll read it. Well, if we don't send you the script, can you work it? Like, yes, but it would be, the more you give me to help me, the better I'm going to be. But if you just, and this happens, if you just tell me to be somewhere at 10 o'clock on Monday morning, go, here's the script, ready? I'll do that. I might not be quite as good as if I had prep time and all the other stuff, but, I'm ready to deal with what I have to deal with.
I would say everything is more difficult from an announce or narration or promo or trailer standpoint, because you really are competing with people who live on a mountaintop in Colorado. Anything can come from anywhere with a quality that is competitive. So now the field is open to anyone who has the ability to submit. I think animation and interactive will always be hands-on. I think even if you're recording isolated in a booth, it still has to be on the other side of the glass from someone who has an emotional sense of the storyboard, the Bible. They have to sort of nurse you through performances, or it's not going to fit seamlessly with the other performances that are coming in. Is it diminished? Absolutely it's diminished. I believe, because I'm an ensemble person and I'm a collaborative person, and I think all of it is contagious. That energy is contagious. If it's a Garfield episode and it's stupid fun, the stupid fun comes out of the room. If it's saving the galaxy, that has to happen for me in the presence of other people, or with someone on the other side of the glass with an impeccable sense of what needs to go with what.
Yeah, I agree. It's important that when you're doing it, especially something like a game, they'll have the lines there and they'll give you what supposedly is happening. But if you don't have someone there who, either the writer or the director, who really knows the game and knows what's going on and knows the emotional content and how strong or how powerful something has to be, you can do it. We can fake it. But sometimes my job is to do it as best I can. And the more tools we have, the better off it is. Now, your other question is, what would we be doing if I wasn't doing this? I've always taught, in any workshop that I've done, I've always told young actors, whether voiceover or not, do a little bit of everything. The more you can do, the more you will do. If you can dance a little, learn to dance. If you can sing, learn to sing. If you want to be in this entertainment business, be able to do a little bit of all of it. Because you never know what window's going to open up after the door closes. When something's, if I'm not working on camera, then I'm doing voiceover. If that's not happening, I'm working on stage. All I know is that I knew from the time I was 15, 16 years old, that whatever I did had to be creative, and that means anything actually can be creative. But for me, I knew I couldn't work a 9-to-5 job. I just knew that something inside me said that I couldn't do that. So whatever I would have to do, it would have to be something other than straight 9 to 5. And for me, it had to do something with the arts.
What he's saying is he'd be doing graffiti in tunnels.
I have. My tag is all over the
And just so you know, I'm one of those guys that got my start as 5 years old with a Fisher-Price tape recorder with a little toy in my hand going, Autobots transform and roll out, it will not kill you all.
I want to thank you guys for coming so much, especially you guys that were doing the script reading last night.